I got a little special something for the Super Bowl and for you guys too. Today we're making Super Bowl meat salad nachos. That's right, a simple dish that's sure to keep anyone happy in the family. So to start with, the ingredients we're going to need are some ground up deer meat. That's right, venison burger. Trust me, it's worth it. And you're going to need yourself some moose steak. Yeah, that's right. Motherfucking moose steak. You can get that all cooked up, diced up, going on. Up next, you're going to need queso blanco. Good stuff. You're going to need some American cheese, some sloppy Joe mix, and then you're going to need some Tostino scoops. I like using scoops. They're a lot easier to use for nachos. And then we may or may not include a little dessert after.
I really love that Fatty has this ability. He was probably gifted this wild game meat of moose and venison, probably given to him, you know, maybe Blaze's parents went hunting or something and they had some extra and hooked him up, and he's gonna completely ruin it by adding, I mean, I'm not an American cheese type of guy, but I'm definitely not a Kraft Singles with the plastic wrapping type of guy. Fuck that. We ain't eating that up in here when we're an adult, right? You can have it when you get out of the pool when you're 5 years old at your community pool and you have Doritos and a cheese sandwich. You can have it then, but nowadays, we ain't fucking with that. And, you know, initially I thought he said moose snake, and I was like, is he gonna put a turd that he just had from the toilet? Is he gonna scoop it out and put it into his bowl? That's basically what it's gonna look like, but at the end of the day, we can all agree that Tostino scoops are the best tortilla chips you can get. All right, I know it's controversial, but if you're trying to dip shit, that's what you want. You don't want the fucking flat edge that isn't getting enough on it. You want to be able to pull it in there. Whatever engineer, whatever marketing person at Frito-Lay that figured that out, or Tostino's, or whoever is the parent company, props to them. They figured it out. It's delicious, and Fanny and I can at least agree on that.
It's all nice and thawed out. Crap, let's put...
You good there, Chris?
Laugh all you want, Robert, but one of these days you're going to start losing weight. You'll experience it. Whoop. Here we go. Look at that. Big old nice chopped moose.
Regular beef.
I believe this actually might be a little bit of sweet sausage. I could be wrong.
No, you're right. I just wanted to clarify for the video.
What you talking about, boy?
That's toilet paper.
It works.
That he's running commando at this point, right? He's got a burlap bag that he got from his potato delivery from the last week. He cut them into pants. He's wearing them. It's not very tight around his ass. And this is one thing I'll never understand, right? How come in like the genetics of fat people, the fat never goes to the ass? If you ever see a fat person, they're like literally flat on their backside. It's like if you laid them on their back, it's like you're looking at a panorama view of like a mountaintop or a hilltop, you know, just up and down hills, but on the other side it's completely flat. Doesn't make any sense. Same with Fatty. He's not losing weight, as I just talked about in my previous video. He looks bigger than I've ever seen him, and it's not because he's losing weight, right? It's because he found some pants that literally have stretched the elastic to their last fucking breath, and they're trying to hold on for dear life. And I think he decides to change it up a little bit later and says, you know what? I'm going to put some underwear on so that there's something to grip onto, so my pants don't fall down and my fucking dick and balls, not really visible, but they're out in the open. They're catching a breeze. And, you know, the more I think about it, I don't think this is a very sanitary condition going on. We know that Fatty can't wipe his ass, so he's over there pulling his pants up, you know, trying to catch a grip, and then he's just going back to throwing slop into the pan, and they're both gonna deliciously eat it and say, now, what's that hint of nut I'm tasting? Oh, it's shit. How delicious. And he's using toilet paper as paper towels. I mean, it's a fucking travesty going on in here. But we're appreciative for it. You know, we don't get type of content like this unless we're watching like National Geographic. We're witnessing what our forefathers fought for. And I'm so patriotic. I'm so bullish on that.
I can't talk right now. We got 3 pieces of moose steak right there. We're going to chop these up, toss it in with the browned up venison. We're going to throw in our queso blanco, throw in a little bit of that manwich sauce there. It's going to add a little bit of sweetness to it. And then we're going to throw in a bunch of squares of American cheese until we feel like we have rightfully cheese that bitch the hell up.
Bastard making me hungry, how dare you? The nerve!
Be happy because you're about to get fed.
Yeah, I know.
So now,
be happy and be blessed that Fatty is preparing your meal. You know, you could have had moose steak. You know, personally, and I know this is a fallacy, this is an issue coming up with your recipe, Fatty. Moose steak is not an easily accessible meat for the majority of the country, right? If you're not living basically near the Canada border, it's going to be a little bit difficult to find some moose steak around you. But you could have had moose steak, you know, some greens, maybe some like spinach with some vinaigrette, and some roasted potatoes, and said, ooh, we're eating like a king. I know we're eating on paper plates, but we're eating like a king. Now, instead, we're going to take what is good, delicious wild meat. In case you've never had wild game meat, and you should really try it. I mean, if you're ever out west, if you ever go to like Yellowstone or the Rocky Mountains or anywhere in that region, get fucking wild game meat if you eat meat, because it's so good. You can get, I mean, one of the best meals I ever had was wild boar and elk chili. And it was some of the best meat concoction I've ever had. This, on the other hand, where you take good wild game meat, you fry it up, and then you say, you know what? This really needs some overly processed cancerous toxins into this dish to really just bring it together. And it also doesn't help that Fatty doesn't actually make it a desirable queso. You know, he's not adding any like tomatoes or peppers in there. He's just relying solely on the jar of queso. He's not really taking the initiative to try and make it the best it can possibly be. He's just trying to find the fastest way he can make a video and use the $5 of ingredients that he actually paid for and slide it down his gullet. So that's what we're left with.
or just say fuck it, put the whole jar in. So who do you think's going to win the game, Robert?
Who's playing?
49ers and Chiefs, I believe.
That's hard. Personally, I'm rooting for the Niners.
Really? Think they got what it takes to walk away with the Super Bowl?
Possibly. They've had a good season so far.
I hate to break it to you, Robert. Not only do the 49ers not win, but both these teams had a good season so far because they're in the fucking Super Bowl. That's how you end up there. You know, we're not going to see the Panthers show up there and be like, oh man, the Panthers had a really shit year, so I don't trust them. Nah, it's typically close to the two best teams in the league playing each other, typically. So, you know, either way, but you have to have respect because Nobody likes the Kansas City Chiefs. Nobody likes Taylor Swift. Nobody likes Travis Kelce. I know this isn't a fucking football channel talking about throwing the pigskin around and grasping sweaty, hot, tight men. You know, I know that's not what this channel's about, but some respect should be given for rooting for the correct team in this situation.
I'm going to do 4. But typically you want to do 3.
Apparently, the queso cheese ain't enough for him. He wants the cancerous amount of cheese.
What cancerous?
Chris, I've seen your mac and cheese.
It is just a Super Bowl amount of cheese.
I wonder how many people have actually used your meat salad recipes and from your earlier days and actually made it at home.
More than you'd expect?
There's probably been nobody that's really replicated it. Now, I remember when I used to cover Amerlin Reed, there was a stretch of time that there were several people that would take her recipes that she would make that look like fucking sludge, and they would remake them and tell them what they thought. Now, maybe someday I'll be adventurous enough to try out some of these fatty recipes. Maybe that's what these videos when Fatty's cooking will transform into. You know, covering. Does this actually turn out well? But I don't think I could legitimately get myself to buy like craft singles, because it's like I use it for the recipe and I don't even want to use it for the recipe. And what the fuck am I going to use the cheese for? I know it's never going to go bad. It'll sit in my fridge forever, but it's just a waste of money at that point. Maybe I'll do an elevated, you know? Oh, let's see what happens if you take some of these ingredients and make an actually appetizing meal based on what he's trying to do. It's a Super Bowl amount of food, guys. Don't worry, it's a Super Bowl amount.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, our venison nachos, our Super Bowl meat salad nachos. Can I pop it open? Ah, we did it! I let the chef take the first bite. Did a bit of taste to make sure it ain't poisoned. Look at that. It's definitely more of like a saucy kind of queso for sure. We're going to go ahead and give this a shot, so.
How is it?
Get to a chip and dip it, motherfucker. What'd I say? That's damn fucking good.
Damn.
I need me another chip. Screw the second course. We might just have to smash this tonight.
Well, we all know behind the scenes, remember, Fatty mentioned a dessert as a possible second dish. They're going to eat it. They're just going to be fat and happy, and they're not going to record it. That's going to be the reality. He probably got some Chips Ahoy, and they're just sitting in the background that he can go enjoy. And I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's repetitive for me to state, but I'll just say it anyway. Fatty's taste buds are straight dookie. I'm not saying that this probably tastes bad, because it's one of the least offensive ingredient lists that he's done. I would just keep out the American cheese, and you could probably eat that and be fine, in my personal opinion. You know, maybe, who knows, maybe the steaks that he got were actually already pre-seasoned. Maybe they're a little bit smoky, add a little bit smoke texture to it, who knows. But I'm not doubting the ability of these chefs to create, all right? But we all know that this pot is going to be absolutely devoured in a matter of minutes.
You know, I had my doubts about you making some good meat, about your meat salad being good, but you pretty much blew those doubts out of the water.
Oh my god, hands down. Next time I make this type of shit, I need to try to get like some ostrich. That's when you boy Airsoftfatty. And a Super Bowl meat salad nachos. Just put the camera off.
No.
Right.
Guys kind of look like what, like a Mad Max modern setting barbarians would be. I don't know why Robert has a mohawk. I don't know why whoever encouraged him to do that should be spanked on the bottom. That's a bad mister. Can't be doing that. But I don't know. He's going to try and find ostrich to make the next one. Maybe you should try and save money. Maybe you should open up a 401k. Maybe that's what you should be doing. Maybe spending the extra, whatever, $6 to get a pound of ostrich versus beef, whatever it is. Maybe you should take that money and put it into an investing account, because I don't foresee this future going on very far. So while Robert's in town, they decided to do this challenge thing, and the first challenge is actually kind of it's like borderline dangerous, but that's what we appreciate. You know, we're not seeing lightsaber duels as much anymore between them, but we'll get actual weaponry just clashing with each other.
Why don't you go around and do it? Alright, let's try and break it.
Kind of hard to do with one hand.
Alright, let's keep the roll there. Alright, this is going to be funny. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Get in position. And it is 3, 2, 1, go. God damn. Oh. Oh. Rip some hairs off. My feet are cold, so we're wearing Crocs in the snow. Let's get back inside, can we?
I'm the biggest baby when it comes to anything happening. Oh, you agitated the hair on my arm. Woo! That's literally him all the time whenever anything minorly inconveniences him. Now, I'm kind of convinced that Chris can't put on socks. That's why he always wears his Crocs everywhere. That's just a hunch. He can't bend over and put socks on his feet. Or he just wears shoes. He's kind of like Lenny Parsons from the Del Rey Misfits, who never could tie his shoes because his fucking gut was in the way. I think that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from Chris. So he's crying that his feet are cold because he's wearing Crocs outdoors. I really don't understand the point of this, because this entire scene went on for like maybe a minute. So it's like you couldn't have done it inside? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's too tight to be able to get a wide angle shot because there's a lot of man meat going on in the scene, but I don't know. Now we get to move on to them playing with with some toy cars. That's exciting.
Oh, Robert, you ready for the next challenge?
Hell yeah.
Oh, this one's gonna be a fun one. Today, we're doing but for this challenge, what we're doing is having a Hot Wheels drag race at the Clothing Pile Speedway. Okay, Robert, guess what we're about to do? We're not just picking one team of 5. We're picking 2. Because there's a second track we're going to be running. And, yeah, it'll be us 2 out of 3 challenges today. How's that sound?
All right.
In 3, 2, 1. Woo!
Fuck yeah. Woo, I love kicking his ass in Hot Wheels.
So I'll give him that one. I guess he got a clean sweep on me.
Fuck yeah.
There's something peacefully bliss of watching 2 grown men relive their 8-year-old child dreams of racing each other on their, what did he call it? The dirty closed mountain speedway or whatever. You know, there's something sweet about it, but at the same time, it's like, let's take a macro view where we're flying out into the sky to analyze the situation, and it's like, we're just watching 2 dudes just fucking race cars with each other. I mean, I'm not here to hobby shame necessarily, but each of those cars costs like $1. You know, you got $40 sitting there. You know, you got a collection of them, so I don't know. Once again, could have opened an IRA with that. You know, you could have done the King Cobra DoorDash, get a delicious Little Caesars $40 pizza. I mean, there's plenty of options. I'm just I'm curious of how much run these cars actually get.
Robert's taking it out on this one.
Man, I
No.
clean sweeped you the last time, so I'm happy.
Though I'm pretty sure he's in general in the challenge, so. 2. Again, I take home the point. The score is 3-2. I've won this round. But I'm pretty sure I lost the,
Challenges overall, because I won the first one, the second one, and you only won the third.
Yeah, I know.
Previous video that looks like Fatty has a second face on the back of his head, and I said Voldemort head ass, and now I just can't stop thinking about it, because what the fuck is going on here, man? How do you have so much fat on your body that it chooses to deposit it on the back of your head? On the back of your head. It ran out of space. It's like, oh fuck, where do we put it? Not to the ass. The ass gets no fat. We're just gonna start plumping it on the back of his head. I guess he's kind of built like that character that people said is like immune to car crashes or whatever. That's what Fatty is at this point. So props up to Robert for becoming victorious. And we have a nice little bonus clip here. When Fatty and Robert built the bunk beds, Fatty wanted to try out trying to climb up the ladder. And here's how it went.
We done built the bed. Now let's see if I can get inside of my bunk. Ugh. Oh shit. I can't even fit both feet on the ladder. Come on. You got this big guy. Straighten your foot out. Come on. No! Stop! One more try. Come on. Here we go. Come on. 3, 2. Nope. I can't get both my feet on this thin ass ladder. This is meant for a child. Not for a fat man like me.
Yeah, it's meant for a child, but Robert was able to do it. Robert was very easily able to climb up there. And you gotta love the A+ acting from Fatty here. Smash into the back of the wall. That's A+, because we all know you're definitely losing your balance and have to bounce off the back wall. 100%. You're making it very entertaining for us. And Chris, I'm gonna clue you in on how you're actually supposed to climb up this ladder, right? Maybe if you were 6 years old, yeah, putting both feet on each rung makes sense. When you're a grown-ass person, you should have the range and the flexibility to go one rung on one foot, one rung on the other foot, and switch back and forth as you climb up the ladder, like how you would climb up any ladder. No, but Chris is saying, nah, it's for kids. That's why I can't get up here. Of course, it's not, because you physically cannot lift your leg past your gut to get up to the second rung. That can't possibly be it. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.